MFA, what school did you attend?
Mauko Girls Secondary School.
Are they in there?
Well, I told you yesterday that sadly we didn't make it to the next day, but it's fine.
Don't be dancing. Okay. Don't be dancing to the tune then. When you get into it, you can dance. Let's take you to Cape Coast now. Jacqueline and Sumaya Boy is on standby to give us the latest from what's happening in Cape Coast. Jackie, take it away.
Well, Kojo Brace, good morning to you and our lovely audience. It's very exciting. I mean, it's an exciting morning right here in Cape Coast because one of the most anticipated contests this morning would kickstart very soon, some few moments from now, which is between Yaa Asantewaa girls and Adisadel College and Assin State College. This contest, I mean, a lot of people have been tipping on social media and all that. But let me bring my colleague, Collins Frimpong, in. Collins.
Yeah, Jackie.
Which of the schools are you tipping?
Jackie, you know, this particular contest is very closed. Looking at Adisadel coming in before this particular contest today, you know, they had the highest points in the regional qualifiers, 82 points.
Even though they were unable to become the regional champions.
Exactly. You know, they lost to NSMQ by just 3 points. We need to also let everybody know that. And coming up against also Yaa Asantewaa, who they also won their regional qualifiers after staging a comeback. You know, the first round and the second round, Yaa Asantewaa was trailing by 9 points in the Ashanti regional qualifiers, but they were able to do a comeback in the last round to secure 40 points and qualify for the national championship. You know, last year they lost in the prelims and also coming in this time.
I think they also lost in the preliminaries in 2023, in 2024 they also lost in the preliminaries. But when I had conversations with them during their arrival, they were hopeful that, I mean, they are capable, the girls are capable of making sure that they actually become the first girls' school to win this year's National Science and Maths Quiz, which is what a lot of people have been talking about, that when will a girls' school win the the National Science and Maths Quiz. But this year we're hoping for a girls' school to win
myself too, I want a girls' school to win, but as to whether they all have what it takes to do it, maybe today Yaa Asantewaa will show that, because we've seen other girls' schools also competing in St. Louis coming in, that they will have to wait and see whether they can progress to the next stage. So the girls' schools are not really putting up as some of us will want us to see. But Yaa Asantewaa coming in against Adisadel, who won the Central Region Championship 3 times before this year when they lost to NSMQ. So it is going to be a close contest today, but we have Assin State College, who also had already contested Adisadel in the regional qualifiers about 2 months ago, where they lost to Adisadel, even though Adisadel couldn't win their contest. But the gap between Adisadel and Assin State College was a bit wider, just roughly about 15 points between them in the regional qualifiers. So coming up, this particular contest is going to be strong. But sure. I tipped Adisadel to win in a close contest.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a tight one. But then that is the contest this morning at the SGS Auditorium. And when we go to CNC, there's a contest between Amenfeman Senior High School, Shama Senior High School, Senya Senior High School. And for Auditorium 900 for this morning is Abo Senior High School, Regin Trofan Senior High School, and Ashaman Senior High School. We also know that there's also going to be one close contest too that a lot of people are looking out for, which is the Infantiman Girls contest. And we know that Infantiman Girls, the last time they were on a 6-year hiatus. They came back last year to the nationals. Unfortunately, they couldn't sail through.
For them.
Yes, yeah. And they're back this afternoon. Their contest is also happening right here at the SGS Auditorium. You might want to stick on our social media for that contest too. But real quick, let me acknowledge our sponsors. The 2025, so briefly, I mean, before I go back to the sponsors, the Infantiman Girls contest, I mean, is a contest that a lot of people are looking out for. I remember this morning, I woke up this morning looking through some of the arrival videos, just trying to reminisce what most of the students say. And I quite remember that the girls also said that they are also hoping to, I mean, it's going to be a host and win for them, being the first girls' school to win this year. You get it? So what do you have to say about that Infantiman Girls?
So Infantiman is coming up against Oyoko Methodist, SHS, and also Suhum Senior High Technical School. It's not like any of these schools, they've not been coming. They have always been here at the national stage. But with Infantiman girls coming in after missing out for about 6 years before until last year, and last year things didn't really go well for them. I think they will prepare hard and come in very stronger today. So in that particular contest, I will tip them to progress.
Okay. Well, you know, as for me, Jackie hasn't been good at tipping. But one thing I always say is that when it comes to National Science and Maths quiz, whatever thing that happens on the stage. The talking there is just talking. You know that, right?
That's how it is. And everything, that's how it is. Right from like every competition, even in football, even in academics in the classroom, that's how it is. Sure. But you know how previous contests have been going also matters. You see, even before we came here, we saw how the Assin State were trying to psych themselves up with the JAMA. I
was just about to say that in case you just want to catch up on that, it's live on all our social media platforms. Because you know, but before that, let me acknowledge the sponsors. The 2025 National Science and Maths Quiz is produced by Primetime Limited and sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with Gold PLC and supported by Momo, Pepsi and Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Jupay, Trustar AI, Adanse Travels, Rwand Air, Kivo Gari, Spin City, Laundromat, Coronation Insurance, Secure Sanitary Pad, Accra College of Medicine, Academic City University, Bell Beverages, GTP Flora Tissues, and of course the broadcast of the National Science and Maths Quiz on Joy News is supported by NASCO, Vitamilk, Ayuda Hub, Virtual Security Africa, Chobos Technologies, Ambition Checker, German Ozone Medical Center, Ace Medical Insurance, Achimota Mall, Slam Technologies, Family Health Medical School, Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, DBS Industries, Synthes Tanks, and Academic City University. Now let's get to the auditorium where the contest has already started.
At last year's 1-8 stage, Adisadel College lost their contest to Apam Senior High School. However, this year, they performed exceptionally well at the regional qualifiers. And they secured an impressive score of 85 points, which is the highest, or which was the highest across all regional contests nationwide. Adisco, please, you can't cheer after every sentence I make. No. So I can understand the excitement, but please be measured, because we have a time to run this contest, so we can move on to other things, please. Adisadel Kali, tell us, how are you feeling? How has your journey been, and what should we expect from you in this competition?
All right, so the journey has really been amazing, and God has seen us through all our preparations, and we have the best to prove here. And all we can say is that with God, everything is possible.
They have one more thing to say.
The final statement we have is that, and the best of all is that the good Lord is with us.
Best wishes to you at Adisadel College. Assin State College is represented by
Emmanuel Mensanyama. Safu Kwesi Frempon.
At the 2024 National Championship, Assin State College lost to Our Lady of Grace Senior High School at the prelim stage. And this year, they are back as a top runner-up from the Central region. Tell us about your preparation towards this competition, and what should we expect from you, Assin State College?
So far, it's by God's grace that we are here, even though we didn't win our regional qualifiers, but it took us God's grace that has brought us here so far. And we are looking up unto God that He will help us through this contest so that we can proceed to the next stage.
Best wishes to Assin State College. Our final school in this contest is Yaa Asantewaa Girls Senior High School. They are represented by
Arthur Ella Yanimakwa.
Ano Echampo Annette.
Yaa Asantewaa Girls Senior High School also exited at the prelim stage last year when they lost their contest to Adonton Senior High School. However, by virtue of winning their original qualifying contest, they've joined us in this competition at the prelim stage. Yaa Asantewaa Girls Senior High School, how about you? How has your preparation been? And what should we expect from you?
Our preparation has been fine by God's help, and we know that with God's help, we'll be able to succeed.
Okay. Best wishes to you, Yaa Asantewaa Girls. The National Science and Maths Quiz is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with GOL PLC and supported by Momo from MTN, Joy News, Pepsodent, Prudential Life Insurance, Jupe Money Transfer, Truster AI, Adanse Travels, Rwand Air, Kivo Gari, Spain City Laundromat, Coronation Insurance, Secure Sanitary Pad, Accra College of Medicine, Academic City University College, Bell Beverages, Flora Tissues, Imago from Hashcom, GTP and YFM. My name is Dr. Thelma Ohineje. I'm a senior lecturer at the School of Pharmacy, University of Ghana, Legon, and I'm your quiz mistress. This is a primetime production. To our schools, some rules of engagement for this contest. So in this contest, you compete in 5 different rounds. We'll start in round 1. And in round 1, your knowledge of fundamental concepts and theories in physics, mathematics, chemistry, and biology will be tested. And this is how we'll test that knowledge. I would ask you a series of questions that cover your understanding in these areas. If a question comes to your school and it involves calculations, you have 30 seconds to give an answer. If there are no calculations, you have 10 seconds. A correct answer will earn you 3 points. An incorrect answer, that question becomes available. And the first school to ring their bell for a bonus, after I have declared that the answer is incorrect or the school has been bailed out, they can answer for 1 point. If the answer to the bonus question is incorrect, then there's a penalty point of 1. Okay. Once again, best wishes to all the schools. In this round, I will start with Adisadel College. A preamble to all the schools. Identify the given element as main group metal, transition metal, metalloid, or transuranium metal. Do you all have that? I'll take it again. Identify the given element as main group metal, transition metal, metalloid, or transuranium element. Adisadel College, arsenic. Yes, David.
Metalloid.
Yes, it's a metalloid. Assin State, cesium, C-A-E-S-I-U-M.
Main group metal.
Yes, it's a main group metal. Yaa Asantewaa Girls, zirconium.
Transition metal.
No. Assin State. Yes.
Okay, so you have transuranium metal.
Yes, it's a transuranium element. A preamble to all the schools. I want each school to give me one structure in animals that contains keratin. One structure in animals that contains keratin. Adisadel. Yes.
The skin. That's the skin.
Yes, it's okay. I'll take it. Assin state.
The hair.
The
Hair.
repeat that.
Hair.
Yes, the hair. Yaa Asantewaa.
Nails.
Yes, nails. So we have others like the feathers, horn, hoofs, claws, beaks, and so on and so on. Okay. A preamble. Find the time constant of a series CR circuit with the given values of C and R. Adisadel, C equals 15 picofarad and R equals 120 kilo ohms. Yes, go ahead.
We have 1.8 microseconds.
That's correct. So when it's your main question, whenever you are ready with the answer, speak into the microphone. Assin state, C equals 25 nanofarad and R equals 48 kilo ohms. Yes.
We have 1.2 milliseconds.
Yes, that's correct. Yaa Asantewaa, C equals 47 microfarad and R equals 0.20 mega ohms. Yes.
9.4 seconds.
Yes, that's correct. A preamble. Find constants A and B such that Adisadel, a fraction with numerator 3x minus 2 and denominator the expression x minus 2 squared equals a fraction with numerator A, denominator x minus 2, plus a fraction with numerator B and denominator the expression x minus 2 squared. Yes.
The value of A is 3 and that of B is 4.
Yes, that's correct. Assin states, a fraction with numerator x plus 5, denominator the expression x plus 2 squared, equals a fraction with numerator A, denominator x plus 2, plus a fraction with numerator B and denominator the expression x plus 2 squared.
A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 3.
Yes, that's correct. Yaa Asantewaa, a fraction with numerator 2x minus 5, denominator the expression x minus 3 squared, equals a fraction with numerator A, denominator x minus 3, plus a fraction with numerator B, denominator the expression x minus 3 squared.
A is 2 and B is 1.
Yes, that's correct. Adisadel. A compound has empirical formula C2H4N. If 0.20 mole of the compound weighs 51.2 grams, determine its molecular formula. Yes, go ahead, Bonnie.
The molecular formula is C12H24N6.
Yes, that's correct. Assin states the empirical formula of a compound is C2H6N. If 0.24 mole of the compound weighs 52.8 grams, determine its molecular formula. Yes.
C10, H30, N5.
Yes, that's correct. Yaa Asantewaa. A compound has empirical formula C3H7N. If 0.18 mole of the compound has a mass of 51.3 grams, determine its molecular formula. Go ahead.
We have C15, H37, N5.
No. I'll allow Adisadel to answer.
You have C15H35N5.
That's correct. So like I said, if you ring the bell before I say it's incorrect or they are belled out, I won't allow you to answer. Mention the part of the mammalian kidney. This is a preamble to all the schools. Mention the part of the mammalian kidney where the given part of the nephron is located. Adisadel, the glomerulus.
The cortex of the kidney.
Yes, it's the cortex. Assin states, convoluted tubules. Yes.
In the medulla.
No.
Of the kidney.
Yes, a bonus to Yaa Asantewaa.
The cortex.
Yes, it's the cortex. Adisadel, why are you ringing your bell? For the next bonus. Yaa Asantewaa, collecting ducts.
Cortex.
No. Okay, Adisadel.
The medulla.
Yes, the medulla. A preamble. Find the net force on a particle on which the given forces act. Find the net force on a particle on which the given forces act. Adisadel, 3I newtons, 4J newtons, and 2I minus 6J newtons.
The net force is 5I minus 2J. This all in Newton.
That's correct. Adisadel. Sorry, Assin state. 4I minus 2J newtons, 6J newtons, and 3I minus 8J newtons.
So I have 7I minus 4J, all in Newton.
That's correct. Yaa Asantewaa, 8I newtons, 5I minus 4J newtons, and negative 4I plus 6J newtons.
We have 9I plus 2J, all in Newton.
That's correct. Our last set of questions for this round, and this is a preamble. Find the equation of a curve with a given gradient and passing through the given point. Adisadel, dy dx equals 3x squared plus 4x plus 3. And A has coordinates 0, 7. Yes.
Y is equal to x cubed plus 2x squared plus 3x plus 7.
Yes, that's correct. Assin state, dy dx equals 6x squared minus 8x plus 5. And B has coordinates 0, negative 5.
Okay. Y is equal to 2x cubed minus 4x squared plus 5x minus 5.
That's correct. Yaa Asantewaa, dy dx is 3x squared minus 10x plus 7. And C has coordinates 0, 10.
Y is equal to x cubed minus 5x squared plus 7x plus 10.
Yes, that's correct. That brings us to the end of round 1. Before we go on to round 2, there are some protests here. So, Adisadel College and Yaa Asantewaa, they are protesting the same answer. So the first chemistry question, where I asked the schools to identify zirconium. Yaa Asantewaa said it's a transition metal. I disallowed that and said it's a transuranium element. It's actually a transition metal. And also, Yaa Asantewaa is protesting their answer. I asked which part of the mammalian kidney you find the collecting duct. They said cortex, and I said Adisadel said it's a medulla, and I accepted. They're actually found in both. It starts in the cortex and ends up in the medulla. So, I'll give Yaa Asantewaa 2 out of 3. That brings the scores at the end of round 1 to Yaa Asantewaa Girls Senior High School, 21 points. Assin State College, 21 points. Adisadel College, 25 points. Round 2. Round 2. In round 2, we have the speed race, and here each question is open to all the schools at the same time. So the first school that believes they have a correct answer, if they ring their bell, I'll allow them to answer. If they give a correct answer, they get 3 points. If the answer is incorrect, the second school, if they give the correct answer, 2 points. If the second answer is incorrect, the third school can answer for 1 point. At any time, there's a penalty of 1 for giving an incorrect answer, or delaying with your answer so that a bell goes after 3 seconds, indicating that you are wasting our time. Okay? So the answer is the answer, not madam. The answer is, or madam, no. All of that, if the bell goes when you haven't started your answer as 2, 3, I move. Okay? Okay, the speed race is sponsored by Truster AI, your real-world experience. And also to our audience, the cheering should be measured because they need to hear. We can't spend all the time cheering a school on so that they won't hear the words I say. If they miss out on even one word, it can affect the answer, okay? So our first question for the speed race. Find the kinetic energy of a particle moving in a circle of radius 2.5 meters when the magnitude of the centripetal force on it is
7.5 joules.
That's correct. Find the energy stored by a 100 microfarad capacitor when the potential difference across its plates. Adisadel.
So we have 1.8 by 10 raised to an exponent of -3 joules.
No, it's 40 volts. Yes, Assin State.
2 times 10 raised to an exponent of -4 joules.
No. Yaa Asantewaa.
8 by 10 raised to an exponent of -2 joules.
Yes, that's correct. the vertical component of the velocity of a projectile propelled at 40 meters per second and aimed
20 meters per second.
That's correct. Find X. Find X from the proportion. So the expression X plus 3 is to 5 equals the expression X minus 2 is to 4. Yes.
X equals negative 22.
No. Assin states.
X is equal to 22.
Yes, X is 22. Given f of x equals 2x plus 1 and g of x equals x plus 3, find f of the expression. Yes.
So we have 2x.
No. Find f of the expression x plus 1 plus g of the expression x minus 1. Yes, Yaa Asantewaa.
3x plus 1.
No. Assin states.
3x plus 4.
No. It's 3x plus 5. Find the domain of the function y equals 5 over the expression. I'll take that again. Hold on. Find the domain of the function y equals 5 over root of the expression x squared minus 4x minus 5.
So we have the domain x. X to be such that x is a member of all real numbers, where x is less than negative 1 or x is greater than 5.
Yes, that's correct. In what form does carbon dioxide?
Bicarbonate ion.
That's correct. So the question is, in what form does carbon dioxide normally exist in blood plasma? And it's bicarbonate ion. What name is given to the production of more than one type of spore by a species? More than one type of spore. Heterospory. What name is given to the uptake of water?
Imbibition.
No. Uptake of water, solutes or other substances into a plant by active or... Yes. Who rang the bell? Yes.
Active transport.
No. Or passive means. Absorption. The decomposition of dinitrogen pentoxide follows first order kinetics. If the rate constant is 4.80 by 10 to the power negative 4, what is the initial rate of decomposition when the concentration of N2O5 is 0.600. Yes, Adisadel.
So we have 2.88 by 10 raised to an exponent of -4 mole per decimeter cube second.
That's correct. What volume will 1.40 grams of nitrogen gas occupy at?
So you have 1.12 decimeter cube.
No. Yaa Asantewaa.
2 point.
No. Have they rang the bell? At 300.0 Kelvin and 100.0 kilopascals. Yes, Assin State. Go ahead.
2.49 times 10.
No. So I think sometimes you think you can predict the consultant, but you can't. Okay. What percentage of oxygen is in potassium permanganate? Take Mn to be 55.0. Percentage of oxygen in potassium permanganate. Yes, Adisadel.
40.5%.
That's correct. That brings us to the end of round 2. At the end of round 2, the scores are Assin State College, 20 points. Yaa Asantewaa Girls Senior High School, 25 points. Adisadel College, 32 points. Round 3 is the problem of the day. And here, a common problem is presented to all schools. They have 4 minutes to provide a solution on their screen. After 4 minutes, a bell will go indicating that you should stop work and take your seat. I'll then come to your screen, evaluate your solutions, and award marks. When I come back to my seat, I'll present the solution from the consultant and then explain how the marks were awarded. In this round, if you're able to score 10 out of 10 for the problem of the day, Prudential Life Insurance will award you what we call the NSMQ star. And at this stage, it is worth 2,000 Ghana cedis to your team. The NSMQ star is proudly sponsored by Prudential Life Insurance Ghana. For every life, for every future. Okay. So now put your pens down. Stand in front of your screens. Take your sheets, flip it over. We read together. 3 capacitors, C1, C2, and C3, are connected with C1 and C2 in series, and C3 in parallel with series combination. The capacitances are C1 is 15.0 microfarad, C2 18.0 microfarad, and C3 6.12 microfarad. You have to find the equivalent capacitance of the network. You have to find the voltage across the network when the charge on C1 is 45.0 microcoulomb. And then you also to find the voltage across C2 when the charge on C3 is 72.0 microcoulomb. Start work.
Well, we're still live at the SGS Auditorium. Collins,
Yeah.
what a contest.
You see, I told you.
Yes, it's a very close one. I was actually not expecting that. It's very close.
Yes, Adisadel College posting 32 points after round 2. And also Yaa Asantewaa coming in with 25 and Assin State also coming in with 20 points. If you look at the points gap, roughly 7 and 5 between the schools, someone will be thinking that then that's huge. But if you watch the contest carefully, you could see that it's not really, the gap is not really wide as how the points really shows. But I'm not surprised with how Yaa Asantewaa has been performing. You know, maybe because of the schools that they came up against in the Ashanti Region Zonal Championship, that's why they couldn't go through the finals. But no one should write them out of this particular contest. They can do a comeback.
You know, especially Yaa Asantewaa, for instance, at the beginning, I was like, are these girls going to come up? Because you covered their contest and you said that they are probably going to do a comeback, maybe probably in the middle of the contest. But from the beginning, they put up a spectacular performance. And for me, I think over the years, we don't know what is going to happen, but even if they don't sail through to the next stage, I think they put up a very good performance here. And talking about Assin too, this contest is not one of the contests that you see. Yesterday, I saw one of the contests and I realized that the winner, that was Presby, Nkwetia Presby.
Yes.
The margin was so wide. You saw the other schools.
We've actually seen a lot of contests ending with the gaps between the first and the second place school being so wide, 20, some even extending to 25, 30. But this contest will not end that way. This particular contest is not going to end that way. After round 1, Adisadel was leading Yaas by around 9-10 points.
Yeah, and even after round 1, I think it was a tie. Between Assin and
Assin State was also having 20 points.
Okay, so real quick, let's go back to the auditorium where the quiz mistress is currently ready now.
Good. So I'll go through the solution from the physics consultant and I would explain how the marks were awarded. So in this problem, you were told that 3 capacitors, C1, C2, and C3, are connected with C1 and C2 in series and C3 in parallel with a series combination. You were given the capacitances as 15.0 microfarad, 18.0 microfarad, and 6.12 microfarad respectively for C1, C2, and C3. You are to evaluate the equivalent capacitance of the network. You are to find the voltage across the network when the charge on C1 is 45.0 microcoulomb. And you are to find the voltage across C2 when the charge on C3 is 72.0 microcoulomb. Okay. So to do this for A, you know the equivalent capacitance of the series section of the network will be C1, C2 on C1 plus C2. And so the equivalence capacitance of the whole network will be this plus the capacitance of C3, which is in parallel. So to calculate equivalent capacitance, you have C equals C1, C2 on C1 plus C2, all of that plus C3. So 15 by 18 on 15 plus 18, all of this plus 6.12. And you should come to 14.3 microfarad. If we're able to solve this, you'd have 4 points for A. The series capacitors have the same charge. So if Q1 equals 45.0 microcoulomb, then V1 equals Q1 on C1. So 45 on 15 will give you 3.00 volts. Okay. And then V2 will be equal to Q2 on C2. That is 45 on 18. And that will give you 2.5 volts. So then the voltage across the series network will be V equals V1 plus V2. That is 3.00 plus 2.50. And that should give you 5.50 volts. You get 3 points if you're able to calculate for this. The voltage across C2 when the charge on C3 is 72.0 microcoulomb. So if Q3 is 72, then the network voltage is V equals Q3 on C3, which would distribute over C1 and C2. And so that means C1 V1 equals C2 V2, where V1 plus V2 is V. So you calculate V2 to be equal to C1 V on C1 plus C2. You calculate this, you put in the value 15.0 by 72.0 over 6.12, multiplying the sum of 15.0 plus 18.0 microfarad. That should give you 5.35 volts. And that will give you another 3 points to add up to 10. The solutions from the school. Yaa Asantewaa. So the total equivalence, they just added C1, C2, and C3, not taking into account that 2 are in series and the other is in parallel with a series combination. So for that part, they have no mark. I could see that they wrote out that Q equals CV. And they have that formula there. And that's the only thing that at least went with what we're doing. So they have 1 point. Assin State. For the A, they calculated that partially. So they calculated the capacitance for the series combination. And I don't know whether they forgot or they didn't have enough time. They didn't add that of C3 to it to get the total. So for that part, they would have 2. And they also wrote out Q equals CV in an attempt to solve B and C. I'll give them another 1 mark for that. So they'll have 3 points. Adisadel College was able to solve for the first part. They have 4 points for that. They were also able to mention that the series capacitors will have the same charge because they are in series. And they'll have 1 point for stating that. They were also able to write out Q equals CV. They'll have another 1 point for that. They didn't go further with the additions and the algebra there, so they'll have 6 out of 10. And that brings us to the end of round 3. Round 4. This is the true or false round. And here the school, once again, will have a series of questions read out to you. At this point, all I need from you is that true or false. The statement that comes, you tell me that statement is true or false. If you answer correctly, you earn 2 points. If your answer is incorrect, there's a penalty point of 1. If you are bailed out, another school can ring for your question. For 2 points if the answer is correct, and for 1 point if the answer is incorrect. In this round, Jupe Money Transfer has what they call the Jupe Money Transfer $20 promo. This is what it means. During this NSMQ season, whenever alumni of your schools send money to Ghana using this Jupe Money Transfer, and they have to add on the school's exclusive promo code, Jupe will give per each transaction $20 to contribute to developmental projects in the school. The true or false round is proudly sponsored by Jupe Money Transfer. Meet a need, send via Jupe. In this round, once again, I'll start with Adisadel College. Adisadel, the reactivity of noble gases increases down the group. Yes, David.
True.
Yes, that's true. Assin states, all noble gases are monoatomic in their standard state. Yes.
False.
No, it's true. So in this round, don't put up your hand. Just answer, okay? When you are ready, just answer. Yaa Asantewaa, the boiling point of noble gases increase steadily down the group.
True.
Yes, that's true. Adisadel, Florigen, Florigen. So this is for all the schools. Florigen is a hormone-like molecule produced in flowers. Yes.
True.
No, it's false. Assin states, Florigen acts in the shoot apical meristem of buds and growing tips of plants.
False.
No, it's true. Yaa Asantewaa, Florigen is produced only when a plant has undergone an appropriate photoperiod.
True.
Yes, that's true. They have 30 seconds for this next question. The specific heat capacity, this is a preamble. The specific heat capacity of a substance is 4,200 joules per kilogram Kelvin. The specific heat capacity of a substance is 4,200 joules per kilogram Kelvin. Adisadel, the heat capacity of 2.0 kilogram of the substance is 8,400 joules per Kelvin.
True.
Yes, that's true. Assin states, the quantity of heat required to increase the temperature of 2.0 kilogram of the substance by 5.0 Kelvin is 42 kilojoules.
True.
Yes, that's true. Yaa Asantewaa, the heat capacity of 3.0 kilogram of the substance is 9,600 joules per Kelvin.
False.
Yes, that's false. Adisadel, f of x equals x squared minus 10. It's an even function.
True.
Yes, that's true. Assin states, f of x equals 5x cubed minus 15. It's an odd function.
True.
No, it's false. Yaa Asantewaa, f of x equals the expression x squared plus 4 on x. So x squared plus 4, all of this on x. It's an even function.
False.
Yes, it's false. Adisadel, cyclohexanol is classified as a secondary alcohol.
True.
Yes, that's true. Assin states, 3-methyl-2-propanol is a tertiary alcohol. Yes.
False.
Yes, that's false. Yaa Asantewaa, ethane 1,2-diol contains only primary alcohol groups.
True.
Yes, that's true. A preamble. The respiratory system of mammals. Normally. The respiratory system of mammals normally, Adisadel, provides body tissues with oxygen and carbon dioxide.
False.
Yes, it's false. Assin states, controls how many breaths are taken per minute.
False.
Yes, it's false. Yaa Asantewaa, provides the body with carbon dioxide.
False.
Yes, that's false. A preamble. A fixed quantity of an ideal gas undergoes an isobaric process. A fixed quantity of an ideal gas undergoes an isobaric process. Adisadel, the volume of the gas remains constant in the process.
False.
That's false. Assin states, the temperature of the gas changes in the process. Yes.
True.
Yes, that's true. Yaa Asantewaa, the pressure of the gas remains constant in the process.
True.
Yes, that's true. Our last set of questions for this round. Adisadel, the expression x plus 1 is a factor of x cubed plus 2x squared minus 1.
True.
Yes, that's true. Assin states, the expression x minus 2 is a factor of x cubed minus 4x squared plus 8.
True.
Yes, that's true. Yaa Asantewaa, the expression x plus 2 is a factor of 2x cubed plus 3x squared plus 4.
True.
Yes, that is true. That brings us to the end of round 4. Before we go on to round 5, there's a protest from Assin State College. So I asked them, f of x equals 5x cubed minus 15 is an odd function. And the answer was that it's true. And I said, no, it's false. But they are protesting that they said it's false, and I said it's true, which is not what happened. Okay, so this will not hold. At the end of round 4, the scores are Assin State College, 30 points. Yaa Asantewaa Girls Senior High School, 42 points. Adisadel College, 51 points. Round 5. Round 5 is the round of riddles. 4 different riddles will be presented to the schools in the form of a series of clues, which is to assist them answer the riddle. At any time, if you have an answer, you ring your bell and you'll be called upon to answer. If you give a correct answer on the first clue, you have 5 points. Second clue, 4 points. Any clue thereafter, 3 points. If your answer is incorrect, there's no penalty here. Only that you wait your turn for the next riddle. Also in this round, if you're able to answer 3 or 4 riddles correctly, you earn some money from Go. 3 riddles will earn you, 3 correct riddles will earn you 800 cedis. and all 4 riddles correct will earn you 1,200 Ghana cedis from GOIL in what we call the GOIL Riddle Bonanza. And this is proudly sponsored by GOIL, Good Energy. So our first riddle. I am a quadrilateral. My adjacent angles are congruent. My diagonals are congruent and bisect each other. Adisadel.
Square.
No. I'll continue. My adjacent angles are also supplementary. I fit my outline in 4 positions. My opposite sides are congruent and parallel. Yes, Assin State. Yes.
Parallelogram.
No. Who am I? Congruent and parallel. Who am I? Yes, Yaa Asantewaa.
Okay, so we have the rhombus.
No. Anybody? The cheerleaders. I'm a rectangle. Our next riddle. I am a volatile compound. Again, I am a volatile organic compound with a sweet odor. I am denser than air and form vapors that can cause unconsciousness in high concentrations. I am commonly used as a lab solvent. Historically, I was used as an anesthetic. I am a halogenated derivative of methane. Yes.
Chloromethane.
No. My molecular formula is CH.
Trichloromethane.
Yes, I'm trichloromethane. I would have accepted chloroform. I am a rotational device. I have been in use ever since Julius Sachs invented me. Okay, Julius Sachs is Cachs, if it helps with the clue. I was initially used in plant studies and rotated. Yes, Yaa Asantewaa.
Secchi disc.
No. I'll continue. I was initially used in plant studies and rotated with a relatively slow frequency. Although I was mostly used to simulate microgravity.
Clinostat.
Yes, I'm the clinostat. Our last riddle. Our last riddle. I am a dimensionless physical quantity. I am the ratio of 2.
Refractive index.
No. It's not correct. It's not correct. Hey, Adisadel, how are you determining the answer, which the answer is correct by your cheers? Let me complete the question. For the benefit of Assin State and Yaa Asantewaa, I am the ratio of 2 quantities that are not dimensionless. I am one of the 2 quantities that are related by elastic modulus. Yes, Yaa Asantewaa.
You are spring constant.
No, you've been bailed out, and that's not even correct. For Assin State, for a tensile specimen, are equal stress divided by Young's modulus. For a tensile specimen, are equal elongation divided by original length. Who am I? Yes, Assin state. Yes.
Coefficient of linear expansivity.
No. Do the clues help? All the clues. What would you have said if you listened to all the clues? Yaa Asantewaa. No.
Strain.
Strain. It's strain. That brings us to the end of round 5. Thank you for joining us for this contest. We look forward to welcome you for the next contest, which also promises to be exciting. The National Science and Maths Quiz is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with GOL PLC and supported by Momo from MTN, Joy News, Pepsodent, Prudential Life Insurance, Jupe Money Transfer, Truster AI, Adanse Travels, Roand Air, Kivo Gari, Spain City Laundromat, Coronation Insurance, Secure Sanitary Pad, Accra College of Medicine, Academic City University College, Bell Beverages, Flora Tissues, Imago from Hashcom, GTP, and YFM. At the end of the contest, here are the scores. Assin State College, 30 points. Yaa Asantewaa Girls Senior High School, 42 points. Adisadel College, 57 points. Congratulations to Adisadel College for winning this contest and qualifying for the 1/8 stage of the competition. If your score remains the highest for the day, you will win the Pepsodent Highest Scorer Award. And at this stage, it is worth 1,000 Ghana cedis. The Pepsodent Highest Scorer Award is sponsored by Pepsodent. Every smile matters. My name is Thelma Hineje, your quiz mistress, and this is a primetime production.
The glory, pass to exploit and add to their gain. Those who come after will take up a story. Raise me where you are singing again. Play up, Santa Claus. Play up and play the game. Give nothing but your best and never take a rest. Play up for the school's best. Class the state and bishop a paper.
Well, we are still here. Let's get some interactions from the students here. Let them join me. Let them come closer before I even speak to the winners for this contest. Now, this young man, I remember I spoke to you right after, before the contest. You were very optimistic, but unfortunately your school lost.
I'm even speechless. I can't do that. But we give thanks to God. And we assure you guys that we come back next time and we are going to do our best so that we win our next contest next year, God willing.
And what do you have to say? Unfortunately, you lost this contest. You were not even second, but you lost. What do you have to say?
Okay, it was a very good contest. We did our best, but it seems our best was not enough. We will come back stronger next time. Okay.
That is Assin, but let me get closer to the reigning the winners for this contest here. Let me come closer. Join me here. They were so excited.
Yes. Yeah, we won.
It was a tough contest.
No. Florence victory cry. No. It wasn't at all. They can't. Yes. We were excited. That's how. We are very, very excited. Let's go for you.
Okay, now these students of yours here, beginning of the contest, you were very optimistic. Finally, you won. But the next stage, the other schools are joining, the seeded schools are joining. What do you have to say?
Auntie, please don't worry. Expect nothing from another day.
They should wait for us. The reigning champions, they are also coming.
Don't worry about that. We are the best, always the best.
Auntie, you see, there were 8. Eyes will be on us. We want all eyes to be on Adisadel College. They should wait for us. We are coming.
You see, this is just the tip of the iceberg, you know.
The tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. It's just a stepping stone for us, and God is with us.
Yes, Antoine nearly gave you a run for your money.
Oh yes.
At the top of the.
We
Okay, so now you are going to be meeting the likes of the former champions. You are going to be meeting Presec. You are likely to meet Opokuwa. You are likely to be meeting Infansepim. What do you have to say to all those schools that you are meeting?
We are Disco Boys. We do not fear. We are coming with everything we have, and then this is just a stepping stone, as I said. And we are going to leave our mark in this 2025 NSMQ competition. So expect the best from us.
We are coming like a wounded lion. Have you seen a wounded lion before? We are coming like a wounded lion. Oh.
No challenger, no challenger, no challenger. At this core spirit, God is a Santa. God is a Santa.
God is not a mobile. I thought they would say God is a mobile.
No. God is not a mobile. God is a Santa. It's a real Santa.
God is not a girl. He's a man. He's a man. God is not a girl. He's a man.
We said it earlier. We are not here for competition. We are here for trials. We said it earlier. We are here for trials.
So this is just trials.
It's just trials. Their school is like community school. This school is a school, proper school. They're only college. So we show them something. It's just trials. We came for trials. That's it. Thank you.
More reactions here from the SGS auditorium. But let's move here. I can see more reactions there. I'm still here with my colleague Colin. Let's listen to some. Hey!
On Monday.
Well, Collins, let's move back here. And the contest was quite a close one here at the SGS auditorium. We know Yaa Asantewaa girls put up a good fight. As I was telling you earlier, I mean, even in case they don't sail through the competition, I think they put up a good fight. We're expecting them to probably, if they make roughly like around 45 or something, they would have sailed through. But then Assin State also equally did well. We won't stand here and say that the contest wasn't like it was flawed or Adisadel just had an easy way out.
I think this is one of the most competitive contests that we have had so far in the last 3 days. What we have witnessed, this is one of the most competitive one. Even though looking at the results, it may tell a different result, or it may tell a different thing, but Adisadel, Yaa Asantewaa, and Assin State have put up wonderful performance, and Adisadel progressing to the next stage. I think they'll be going far looking at what they have done, and better luck next time to Yaa Asantewaa and Assin State also. But for Yaa Asantewaa, maybe if they were bold enough to have answered the last question, they could have progressed, because looking at the number of schools that are in the second place looking ahead to qualify among top 5 of the schools that will progress to the 1A stage. We have Otibuatin SHS, who in the last 3 days when they came in, they had 50 points. They couldn't win their contest, but they were second. We also have Benkum SHS, Kwekwa Santis Benkum SHS, also getting 50 points in there. Konongo Dumase SHS couldn't win their contest. They lost to another Ashanti region school, but they put up 46 points in there. Hohoi EP also had 46 points in there, and we have Krobo also getting 43. So if Yaa Asantewaa was bold enough and had answered the last question, which they got right, but it was out of time, so they could have even got more than the 42 or more than the 43 that Menya Krobo is having. So both schools have really done well, and I think that my prediction has really come through as I made, thinking that I said that it was going to be a close contest, which we all have witnessed. Sure. Yes.
I would want to engage the contestant. Let me just get back here. If it's possible, we are still live on Joy News right now. If it's possible, we could also have a conversation with the contestant. Say, I know before we came, you are live on Joy News right now. We could also get the contestants here. It was a tough one for your school, but fortunately, they sailed through. How do you see this contest, though?
I would say it was very tough, but it's only resilient that sailors through. So I'm very happy. My boys have really done well. Sure. Congratulations to them. Sure. That's all that I would say.
Sure. Let me also speak to the guys on the stage at the helm of affairs. How was it for you? I mean, emotions were boiling, just not for you, even for the audience here. How are you feeling on stage, knowing that Assin and Yaa Asantewaa were putting up a good fight?
We're troubled, like mixed feelings that we were going to let our boys down, but then we just kept pushing through, and then the Lord brought us safely.
Okay, how about you?
Oh, so it's not easy. Like when we entered the speed race, and so it's not easy when we got into the speed race and like first 3 questions we couldn't get any correct, but with God being on our side, we managed to capitalize on our strength. We managed to get some of the questions correct in the speed race, which boosted our confidence to move further in the subsequent rounds. Well, when we balloted the schools, we knew it was not going to be an easy contest, and it proved that it was not easy at all. But the good Lord sailed us through this very difficult contest, and we are grateful for that.
Okay, all right. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you in the next stage. Well, these are the contestants, and they're hoping for a good one at the next stage. But let me also speak to Yaa Asantewaa. Unfortunately, the contestants, they've left. We are still live on Joy News here. You ladies put up a good fight.
Yeah, we did.
How do you feel?
I feel excited that our girls were able to put up a good competition, and I know our girls will be able to make it to the 1-8 stage with the 42 points, and then show the other schools what we are capable of doing.
Okay, ladies. All right. Thank you very much. Well, that is Yaa Asantewaa girls. You're still gearing up for the next contest right here at the SGS Auditorium. We know that Fantiman girls is also contesting in this very next contest. But let me acknowledge our sponsors. The 2025 National Science and Maths Quiz is produced by Primetime Limited and sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with Gulf PLC and supported by Momo, Pepsodent, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Jupay, and Trustar AI. And the broadcast of the National Science and Maths Quiz on Joy News is supported by NASCO, Vitamilk, Ayuda Hub, Virtual Security Africa, Chobos Technology, Ambition Admission Checker, German Ozone Medical Center, ACE Medical Insurance, Achimota Mall, Slam Technologies, Family Health Medical School, Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, DBS Industries Limited, Synthes Tanks, Beta Malt, Academic City University, and Palm University College. Well, this has been the live coverage of the first contest here at the SGS Auditorium, featuring Adisadel, Yaa Asantewaa, and Assin State, with Adisadel progressing to the next stage. And I know the schools that you tip, probably you've got your answers now. And I've been doing this with my colleague, Collins Frimpong. Back to you in the studio.